Why do we have the food shelf?
Oh, that's a big question. Well, we have the food shelf because people don't have the means to support what they need.
What kind of food do they have?
Snacks are incredibly popular, and things that you don't have to cook. We have a lot of people who like, you know, prepackaged box meals, as we call them, chili things in cans, stuff like that. So it varies quite a bit.
You know, the basic foods are best for us. You know, canned soup, fruits, vegetables, tuna is fantastic. Our pasta, flour, sugar, cooking oil, just very plain food. The pantry basics are best for the food shelf.
These are called Hope for the City lunch boxes. They're actually pretty heavy. They weigh 16 pounds. They were gathered up by a bunch of people. I can't remember how. They could feed 2 kids breakfast and lunch for how long?
A week.
A week.
Do they have any fresh food, or is it all canned?
We do have fresh food at the food shelf. We receive donations from community gardens and farmers markets, and also receive fresh produce through a food rescue program. And we do have organic food at the food shelves if it is donated.
What day do people come?
Walk-in days, I guess, would be. Yeah, I mean, for instance, I usually work Thursday and Friday afternoons. And usually when I leave on Friday afternoon at about this time, or actually earlier, the shelves are full, much fuller actually than they are now. And when I come in the next day at 12:30, they will be at least 2/3 empty. The walk-in days are just terrific demand, because many of these people have large families, and, you know, they come once a month.
Who comes to the food shelf and why?
Food shelves are being used more in Minnesota than they ever have before, and those needs are only increasing. Just here at Keystone Community Services, we had a 25% increase last year over the previous year, and we're expecting it to rise even sharper this year. We'll always have low-income people. Unfortunately, some of our clients are on fixed incomes and will always need additional assistance. Other clients are just in dire straits for a short period of time and just need a little help for maybe a month or 2 while they get back on their feet.
How many people come in a year?
Last year, we had 49,338 people visit the food shelf. And we distributed over 1 million pounds of food.
Where does the funding come from?
Funding for the food shelf comes from a variety of avenues. We do receive a small amount of funding through the state of Minnesota. We are a United Way affiliated agency, so that is our largest amount of funding. And then we receive funding through area churches, schools, individuals, and businesses.
What food and supplies does the food shelf need the most?
I mean, I really do like to see donations of food at the food shelf, especially if kids are doing a food drive. I think it helps instill a lifelong giving ethic. But money goes much further for the food shelf. Through our purchasing avenues, we can purchase 5 pounds of food for $1 when the retail average is 1 pound equals a little more than $1 right now. Do accept other things than food. Because even if a family is able to qualify for food stamps, they receive a small cash amount that isn't enough to purchase all of the shampoo, toilet paper, paper towels, bar soap, toothpaste that a family needs. So those are items that we always need at the food shelf.
How can kids support the food shelf?
You know, the best way that kids can support the food shelf is to help raise awareness about hunger in their community and to do food drives for their local food shelf. Most food shelves can't take young kids as volunteers, but here at Keystone Community Services, we can take volunteers as young as 12 if they have an adult who will come with them. Best way to say you want to volunteer is get in touch with our volunteer coordinator, Holly Ott, and she can be reached at 603-6650.
Bye.